Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Taurus reading. The new moon, the full moon in Taurus, I'll get it right, is about the 15th of this month. This is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I'm featuring a half off sale through the end of this year. I'd be delighted with the holidays upcoming if you would take advantage of that. And another reminder that because I integrate astrological information into these readings, these are most useful for those with Scorpio rising. However, any placement, any reason that you're here, you are welcome. As most of you are probably aware, checking your sun, moon, rising, and any significant placements is a way where you can find multiple messages that may be of usefulness to you, particularly if one of those resonates more than another. Let's get started, Scorpio, with your overall energy for this reading. And I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. There is an energy of your being a matriarch or a matriarchal energy. This can also be a patriarchal energy. If this is relevant to a man but this is regardless of gender. This is about the energy of mother love, mother support, attention, nurturance, cultivating parallel endeavors with others. So by that I mean modeling a creative process with less regard towards the destination or the end product and more attention to the steps in the process that are relevant to you. As a former art student, one of the first things I learned is that creating something, building something, anything, is 99% labor. It is a fraction of a percent of inspiration. We build, we work, we grow something, we create through the steps of a process. And each of us must find our process in order to manifest the creation, the thing, the project, the success that we want. And you have become somewhat masterful in modeling this, in supporting others to find this, and in creating a safe community for others to share what they've learned, to not only give appreciation, but to receive appreciation. And this extends to your role in this process as well. You are such a devoted, focused worker bee. You are so inured of the work ethic, a discipline, that you are learning to step back and receive the appreciation, the rewards, the attention that you have earned. You are not deferring that, not creeping out of compliments or the attention that you get for something you have accomplished. And at this particular time, this feels relevant, particularly for those of you that are parents. I don't say mothers because in our modern times, all genders can be mothers or fathers as they choose. It's about the energy of nurturance. It's about the energy of supporting, identifying what's positive and supporting that, cultivating that, being of assistance to that, and yet knowing when to step back and allow others to help themselves and to help you as is appropriate. In the 10th house of your social identity, here we have the Magician. This is how others see you, as well as your commitment to your collective goals, your public goals, your external goals. You are creating something. You are building something that expresses you uniquely. And isn't it interesting that it is in congruence with this energy, matriarchal energy? I do believe that what you're creating is relevant to the welfare, the health, the well being, the cultural significance of women. And it may be only some of you to whom I'm talking, it can be all of you, regardless of your gender, that are doing the work of supporting women, particularly at a time when the autonomy, the welfare, the responsibility, the opportunities for women seem to be occluded. So this is important work. And for the Scorpios I'm talking to, you are building a culture, you are describing a culture, you're supporting the cultural significance of women's practices in some way. And you know what that is. I'd love to hear about that in the comments if you feel so moved. In your first house, the lovers. This is you making a decision about what is best aligned to support you in your efforts to build this important resource. This is about your discipline, your practice, your experience in selecting things that resonate with you, with your goals, and that support your desire for long term benefit. This is not about the quick fix, instant gratification. This is about the long haul. You want to build something that will benefit others naturally, but this is something you've learned benefits you as well. So this is about the inner marriage, for lack of a better word, the inner balance between your masculine and feminine energies, your assertive energies, your receptive energies, your nurturance energies. So this is that balance within you, having matured and gotten to a place of this deeper connection with who you are and what your potential is, so that you're moving from a place of knowing what supports you, and that's being reflected in your relationships. It is no mistake that this lunation, this full moon in Taurus, is going to be resonating in your partnerships, in the very place where you are aligning with not only individuals, but groups of individuals and goals. In the fourth house, the Queen of Wands is describing your domestic environment, your foundation, your roots. And this is again tied up with the arena of work I believe you're involved in. This is looking at sources of perhaps the power of women in culture. This may be looking at the conditions of women in general, the providing support for others that comes from a place of power, comes from a place of knowledge, of authority. This is understanding your value in a way that it attracts the appropriate attention and resources to what it is you're determined to do. So, this is really the grounding in your passion, seeing that as a value added, not something that is frivolous or extra. This is foundational to the establishment of family, the establishment of culture. In the seventh house of significant others, the Eight of Swords. And here, wow, there's a lot of ideas and a lot of people in your head, a lot of stories that you have told yourself in the past about relationship, your position in or vis-a-vis significant relationship, perhaps your history of relationships, partnerships. There's a lot of information, strategies, perhaps difficult truths that you have encountered over and over again, a wealth of strategies that are frankly, supporting your over analytical bent, your overthinking something that is really relies on your intuition. It occurs to me that your partnership or relationship path is not going to be like anyone else's. And for those of you that are mature, this is something you probably know. It is unique and really wending that very complex set of conditions within which you have experienced authentic partnership is shifting and changing. You have never, however, relinquished a desire for reflective and authentic partnership, for the experience of building something with someone who is aligned with your goals, principles, your desires. So, this is really your wearing yourself out, thinking about this, perhaps strategizing about this. Perhaps there's an opportunity that you're trying to choose from, choose for. This can be a business partnership that brings a lot with it, a lot that you're trying to manage on your own behalf, and on behalf of the team that you are working with and for. I'm going to pull an oracle card and hope, Scorpio, that this reading is resonating for you. If so, please like this video, please share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. There's definitely, as is quite often the case, a balance between leadership, your authority, and the benefit that you derive from working in collaboration with others on behalf of a community. This is revolves around your growing sense of confidence and self-authority, self-respect. It's also garnering that from those you work with, whose whose esteem you have grown. So I do see you very confident, very responsible to a lot of people and a lot of ideas. Um, and this is an appropriate place for you because you have done the work. You have prepared for the opportunities that you currently have available to you. The lovers in the first house is clarified by the Tower. The Tower is interesting because over the last several days, last few weeks, we have been apprised of global events, opportunities, changes. We may be experiencing that in our own lives in ways that are surprising, unpredictable, that are not going according to a plan or an idea of how we believe they could or should go. So this has a lot of repercussions because it is impacting choices that you feel you must make regarding your own resources, your own opportunities for sharing resources, communicating, supporting your community. But it's also vastly complicating the way that you are experiencing a wave of changes and emotions and ideas that are attached to each of those changes, so that you can be picking up on a kind of uber sensitivity in general. You may be getting information, feelings, discomfort, dis-ease from a multiplicity of occurrences that are difficult to comprehend in the moment, but that are ultimately allowing you to make a move or to shape something in a direction that better suits your style, your goals, your interests, your desire. This is about adjusting, I believe, to all the catastrophes that we may be encountering in our contemporary lives, so that unexpected things happen, and we have to recalibrate our desire, our effort, our focus in moving forward. I hope I'm making sense. The Queen of Wands in the fourth house is clarified by the Three of Coins, and I see you busy at your creative work. I see you busy collaborating with others towards creating something, a service, a product, an effort that is excellent, that is valuable, that is resourceful, that has meaning to others. This is something that you take incredible pride in, working with other experts that are similarly aligned towards this beautiful effort, this beautiful collaboration that, again, focuses on the process, the journey, rather than the destination. It's the way you're working together that is the news here, that is what is so satisfying, so fulfilling, gives you such an opportunity to challenge your resources, to channel your resources in a very clear and productive way. In the seventh house, the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Hanged One. You are responding to current information, events in a way that requires you to step back and gain a higher perspective. You're aware that it's difficult right now in a somewhat chaotic or overfilled environment to recognize the opportunities that are best for you, that would be best for your goals, for what you hope to achieve. And so there is a need for you to retreat, to pull back, to consider what is available to you, what you have, the direction you want to move it. And that feels as though something that is ever shifting right now, that is unpredictable. And so this is about that need for you to stop, to take a pause, to breathe, to be silent, to be still, and to give yourself a chance to absorb what you are learning. In the 10th house, the Magician is clarified by the Hierophant. Oh, teacher, you are committed to the growth of this larger community that you are increasingly aligned with. This community is uh, global at some level, whether you communicate through technology or whether you communicate in person. You have moved into a more diversified environment that is more representative of more different kinds of people than you have gained familiarity with in the past. So you are coming across as a teacher, as someone who is showing others the way that you have gained access to the communities that you now trade in, that is about supporting others to learn the methods, access the information, gain the certification or the skills needed to become as skillful as you and others. This is about commitment to the learning process in life, lifelong learning. And in doing so, you may be sharing a story, some aspect of your experience. Your voice is being leveraged in a way that is informing, perhaps reflecting on this body of knowledge, this cultural base within which women or mothers are instrumental in shaping through their power the culture, the world that we live in. I'm going to finish up this reading with an flora and fauna of Africa Oracle, and hope this reading's been insightful for you. And I pulled the Scarab Beetle, and the key words are new possibilities. Expand your horizons, tap into your imagination, and explore something new. Unleash your magic. Thank you so much, Scorpio. Until next time, namaste.